You look good, you have all of the something they bought you. Yes, Goodie!
Hi.
Welcome back. Another week, another podcast. We weren't here last week though. This one's fault. It's always this one's fault.
Yo, why do you do? It's a Sunday, you did go to church. Why you do this?
I'm gonna sit in Helago.
Anyways, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
But wait.
Huh?
Hi.
What?
Welcome back to another episode of the Good Girl Podcast.
You're right. We never did that. Yeah. Welcome back.
Wow, we're losing mojo already?
Myself. So how was your week?
I asked you first.
Oh, you did. My week was good. Very productive. Yeah, like I got called for a big money job.
Hey.
Like that. Hey.
Secret bags.
You know?
Like somebody we're about to talk about.
Oh, I love a good segue. But yes, no, this week was good. I mean, I'm kind of like in that puppy phase with Billo, so I was thinking of actually paying somebody to train her the serious stuff because she gets in the sit and all of that. But again, it's like she do it sometimes, she do it sometimes. So it's like a consistency thing, and I'm trying, but I'm wondering if it's better if I get somebody. So that's really all on my mind. Me, my money, and Billo.
Facts.
Yeah.
I don't know wrong with that.
Period. How about you?
I was a little under the weather.
Oh yeah, you were sick.
Yeah, I was a little under the
attack
weather.
you, I'm sorry. I'm eating goldfish, guys. I'm hungry.
So I'm feeling a little better, or a lot better rather. So I'm here.
I don't get me. I'm at my mouth. I'm getting me. I'm at my mouth down.
I'm not.
That's my back. Goldfish.
You know, I like goldfish with you.
No, honestly, I saw it in the supermarket.
It's so good. You can't like not buy it.
I saw it in the supermarket today, and I was like, I have to get this.
It's something about it.
It's just something about it. I saw it, and then you don't see it that often.
You don't. It's just like it brings back memories. It's like it's not cheesy, but it's goldfish. It's different.
Yeah. So
I don't know, maybe it tastes. Is it because it's shaped like a fish, but it tastes different?
I don't know.
It's the same concept.
I don't know. What if it was in any other shape? I don't think I'd care.
Okay, like animal crackers. They bust. Is it because it's shaped like animals?
Maybe.
Because right now that's still animal crackers. Like I love animal crackers.
And it's not too sweet.
It's not.
It's not too,
yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I'm more
hungry. Wow.
Anyways.
But we are not thirsty thanks to Helago.
Yes. So anyways, this episode is sponsored by none other than Helago Wines and Spirits. So they actually have 3 flavors. So let me see. No, you want
guava,
Pineapple,
pineapple, or tasty apple.
Let me see if it's just the right one for that. Yeah, man, girl. Alright.
Some of them.
Alright, girl.
Virgin canola, yeah.
Yes.
So these are the flavors.
And if you would like to get some Helago wine, they are available in Reggae Mart, I believe, in the what the Mobile airport name?
Sangsters International. So that's the
Sangsters.
newest location.
That's the newest location, but it's available
island-wide. Most retailers island-wide, yeah.
Okay, so jumping right into the goodie of the week.
The Goodie of the week.
Okay, so this week's goodie of the week is, as Jody said, none other than Miss Zendaya or Zendaya?
I don't know, Zendaya. I think it's Zendaya. It's giving Zendaya.
I feel like that. But anyways, they say Zendaya. So, yes, I think it's Zendaya. Zendaya, she gets
D-A-Y.
Yeah. So, Zendaya is gonna reportedly get 1 million, and that's a USD. When I talk about no milli Jamaican, you understand? Per episode for season 3 of Euphoria. And she also signed her Louis Vuitton deal recently and all of that. So yeah, our girl is winning. Like,
how old is she?
I actually don't know her age. But let me just read the article to you in the meanwhile. So the type. Okay, so Euphoria features a talented cast, as you know, of young rising stars, but she plays Rue Bennett, and in the Euphoria universe, and news report, she's being paid accordingly for the new season. So she is said to get, and this is per episode, guys. This is not just...
No, it's giving.
Yeah. Rich.
The tax is kind of...
Yeah.
She's still up.
But yeah, she said basically... I think they were saying they were trying to kind of break down, you know, them love pocket watch. So they were saying that you know, you give 5% to your lawyer, 10% to the agents, 3% to some business manager, etc. So there's gonna be percentages taken up, but at the end of the day, she's gonna still make a major bag at the end of the day.
Suitcase, everything.
Yeah, honestly.
And a shopping bag that.
Yeah.
She's 26.
She's 26?
What was I doing?
Boy.
Not sure. Not making a million.
I'm what, 27? And I'm definitely not making that.
It's okay. Different paths, different
Scream and cry. Laugh. Shit and vomit.
I love that somebody else knows that audio because I'm just like, I said it on again, they didn't get
what? If you don't speak TikTok, me and you can't.
Nah, that's it.
If you don't speak TikTok, if you don't if you don't speak TikTok, especially like the funny sounds or stuff, me and you can't go work.
So we just like have normal conversation.
Yeah, like when I say scream and cry, shit and vomit, you'll be like, huh?
No, what?
I need to get what I'm saying.
No, you need to understand.
So yeah, facts.
Bombastic side eye.
Exactly. Criminal offensive side eye. Like I need to get what I'm saying, but then if you think about it, I don't know if I want a tickety man. You know, me one of them girl there. Sorry. Yeah, me one of them.
What do you mean? Like not on it or not looking on it? Like
not if I have no problem if you look on it, but like
make TikTok.
Baby, come give me some. We are, sir.
Well, we have to bring back some really.
Yeah, honestly, and I know it's like, and I'm a strong believer in men can do anything they want to do.
Stop.
But it's a bring back memories, no. No, but we don't like the dancing. Maybe I'm bad man. The man them call me can't dance because some of them I like to look on. But the Jamaican one them look cool.
Yeah.
The other one them. Yeah, but anyways, back to Miss Zendaya. So she is 20. But you know that. But leading, so she's our goodie of the week. But this is gonna lead us into our hot topics. So let's get into it.
Topics.
So this week's hot topic, as you heard, is based on, you know, Zendaya getting her 1 million per episode for Euphoria season 3. But basically, a lot of people have been coming out against her, women particularly, saying, "Oh, what is she getting $1 million for? Why is she being paid so much?" And I'm like, why not? Like, you know what I mean? So it brought us to think of the topic. Women against women, and it's Women's Month, but I think it's also, we know that we're supposed to support each other, but I feel like there is something to be said about us going against each other, because why shouldn't somebody get,
like, she's also black, so it's just like, and
that never happens.
Whammy, like bam 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 bam, yes,
and I'm like, girl, if you're getting paid for the ancestors, please.
Like, they are always underpaying female actors or underpaying the black actors in the show. So it's just like, maybe we don't know, compared to her counterparts, maybe she is getting lower. But at the end of the day, that's still I have to figure for someone at such a young age, at such a pivotal point of her career, to be securing that level of, you know, payment for each episode. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, kudos to you.
Facts. And I don't understand why, because it's like, I will never see a woman getting an opportunity and be like, why is she getting, I'm probably watching, like, why is she getting so much? Like, if I hear somebody, right, I remember being somewhere, I used to be somewhere and working somewhere, and somebody came in and they were getting, I was there for this one, and somebody came in and they were getting more money than me to start. But like, so... You understand what I'm saying? It should be better. Yeah. It should be better. Like, why am I gonna be like, it's not like they came in and they were getting more money than me, but it's just that better than me to start. Maybe they had more. You just don't know the reasons why. So it's like, I feel like when it comes to us women, and yes, I feel like I saw a lot of that. There was also this week, because apart from Zendaya and everything and all the backlash she got, I saw what's his name? Joel. He was speaking about something on TikTok that I actually saw online, and I'm glad he made a video about it, where basically menstrual leave. So you know that it's being reported. Let me actually read the article. I'm not telling you right. So basically the government has been urged to sanction menstrual leave. So 2 months after the implementation of paternity leave, the principal of Glenmore High in Clarendon is asking for the government to do more for families by sanctioning menstruation leave similar to provisions in some first world countries. And her name is Dr. Marsha Smalling, whose call excited the mostly female in attendance at the International Women's Day Brunch Award ceremonies. Right? So she basically made an announcement that it should happen, right? She proposed that Jamaican women should be granted 3 days in the first stages of their period and up to 5 days if difficulties persist. This, however, is providing that they present a doctor's recommendation, she cautioned, right?
Right.
So this is not something uncommon, right? Because I believe it was done in a South African country. I don't want to tell any lie.
No, yeah, there was something. There was. Yes,
so South Korea. Yes, so last month, Spain joined Taiwan, South Korea, Japan, Indonesia, and Zimbabwe with the passage. It was Zimbabwe. The passage of menstruation leave, affording females with especially painful menstruation cramps to have 3 to 5 days leave. And several people have supported the movement. So this is being done in some pretty large countries across the world.
Yeah.
Now, that's not shocking to me. Like, nothing was wrong with how she brought it up. It was at a Women's Day brunch. It had to do with women, all of that. What was shocking to me was the backlash and the reaction on social media and some of the comments in the article, on the section of the article on social media. And I'm like, and especially from women.
Yeah. And my thing is also, why are we doing this?
Why are we like this?
Why are we doing this? Because in all honesty, I feel like it's something, even if it is like something that you don't struggle with, which is like a chronic menstrual symptoms and whatnot, I think it's absolutely paramount that you support women in that regard. Of course, in the, with the parameters that they don't abuse this.
No, but my thing is,
you just support this.
If it don't affect you, why are you bashing it? Why are you licking against it? Why are you like so strong? Because I'm just like, that's like me speaking on something I don't relate to.
No, but it's also like you have to apply for the menstrual leave. It's not like, say, we're just saying, give the woman 3 days every month. So if you say that you don't want the days, then shut up and then move on.
No, but you know what's crazy to me? I said on TikTok, right, that they did a video and I said on TikTok, that means that if you do your job interview and because you can develop worse cramps as you get older.
Believe me, I have.
You can develop worse cramps. You can develop sicknesses that make your period terrible.
Yeah.
You can do all of that, right? So to me, it's like, if all of that can happen, that means that you don't really know. So if it's there as an option, why wouldn't you want a better option for women, right? Because you're a woman, you suffer from menstrual cramps. You may not have them at a bad level.
Maybe you don't, but still.
Or maybe you don't, but you don't know what could develop.
Right.
Two, it's like I said on TikTok, as I said, it was like, if I come into a company and say, I never want pregnancy leave, I don't want to have kids, all of that, then when I get pregnant, I should never be granted it.
But you never wanted it, miss. So,
but it's gonna be the same thing like what do you call it? Maternity leave.
Paternity?
No, maternity. It's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna literally be the same thing. Like maternity leave, it's done on the basis of you being pregnant.
Your circumstance, right?
So it's like it's gonna be done on that basis. So to me, and then for every law, for everything, every sanction, every law, everything you put in play, every positive change, there's gonna be people who break the law.
Right.
Right? There's gonna be somebody who comes out and abuses the law. So to me, it's like, why are you bashing a situation?
Members say, this is how badly the situation was when someone said in response to the article, absolutely not, come on ladies, if the pain and other symptoms are so severe that we're hospitalized, I'm sure sick leave will be triggered. But even that won't need parliament to intervene. And if we have to be hospitalized every month, we can't work much, can we? Question mark.
And as a politician, don't.
I don't know who she is, actually. I don't know.
Okay.
But,
And it's like, why? Guys, below, I'm telling you, anytime I recorded this podcast, Billa said, you're not giving me your attention. Give me your attention. Anyways, but it's things like that. I mean, tell us, I read the comments and I say, whoa, we really don't like each other.
It's really bad.
We really don't like each other.
It's horrible.
And I don't understand why we can't be just nicer to each other, why we can't be kinder.
It's similar like black people black people don't unite and black people against each other. It's just, I don't know if it's something that maybe has been indoctrinated in a few of us, or it's just that I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it.
I don't know if it's that, because I feel like it's women of all races.
No, I'm not saying, but I'm just saying
comparing it to that. Okay.
It's a woman there.
And then I feel like
is it the makeup? Like the DNA?
I don't know, but I feel like even you hear certain things and the way how, you know, like, bad to bad, I can't give men. Like, when you hear, all right, like songs, right? Music. Mm-hmm. When you hear, we talk about this before, but it's the same thing. When you hear in songs, when men talking, they're like, if you look your virgin girl, my youth, you're wrong. Mm-hmm. But in the female song, it's like, take a girl, man.
Right, yeah.
Makes you see. Why is that? Like, the man, they must say, yo, if them talking about take a boy, girl, it's not them virgin. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, it's different. Like, it's like a lot of the music that we used to have.
It's smart. What I also tend to find is that there is a stronger male or bro code as opposed to a sister code or a girl code.
Yeah.
And it also stems from the fact that we don't support each other enough, so the girl code won't be as strong as it needs to be.
Yeah.
But men support each other in a lot, especially also strangers. Will support male strangers, support other male strangers a lot more than female strangers will support other female strangers.
Yeah.
It's strange.
It's very weird. I don't know. And then it's like, I don't know if we see each other as competition as well.
That seems, I want to know if it is embrace that way. Wonder if there are things that we do as young children, young girls, that really pushes competition in like beauty pageants and those stuff.
That's a good point. Yeah.
You don't see that with men. They're not competing. And they're not taught to compete, and
even when they're competing, it's a group of them against a group of them. Sports.
So they're united for one cause.
One cause. As women, we do gymnastics,
individualized sports
competition.
Based on
one.
The person, obviously competition is always trying to one up a person, but it's like these are also, I don't know, I may be speaking also term of the beauty pageant thing, but it also may be something like a food for thought, like something to think about if it's something that really drives that deep competition.
I think as well historically there was, it's as you said, it's deeply rooted because there was a time when it could only be one of us in the room. So it's like we had to be better. We had to, like, even when you think about it, even when you look at the music industry, usually it's only one woman now it's what we're seeing now is like history where you have literally 6 different dancehall artists as women to choose from. More than 6. You have different female rappers to choose from. Before it's like you get one every now and again.
So it's like a crab in a barrel.
So it's like a crab in a barrel. So it's like and it's like there can only be one on top, right? There can, you know what I mean?
Maybe that's the thought in your mind.
Because to me,
so the shift is it has to be like a paradigm shift where it's like, no guys, like it's enough tomorrow, like.
And even if you did get, because for example, when I remember like when I started listening to rap, it was just Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
There was other people making a one song, but it was rap. It was just Nicki Minaj being on top. Now you have literally 6, 7. You have Ice Spice, you have Cardi B, you have Nicki, you have all of them. People you don't even know about just being on top, just dominating in their different industries. And then same with dancehall, it was just Lady Saw, and then it was just Spice for a long time. But now you have Shensia, Jada, Maya, and you have all of them who are coming in. So I feel like I get it back then, like in terms of, but I feel like it's coming from there.
Yeah.
And but it doesn't need to be that way. Even when you think about arguments with them, like the man them come together and make song, like when last you hear like 5 girl pan a song. That's
the only time I saw that was when Nicki Minaj did the remix the other day.
Yeah.
Or she bring a lot of people like
together. Which
was also a little bit of a contention there too, because some people are like, oh, she depended on me.
And I remember, and then next you see other rappers came out and was like, why was she chosen?
Yeah.
And so it's like
just
celebrate it. Just celebrate it. Why? You know what I mean?
There's some bad rappers, some bad DJs that were on this one track that made it. So I don't know.
So it's like we have to, and then we have to go against each other.
Yeah.
But you couldn't just sit and just be like, okay, next time, or just the possibility.
Let me work
harder, or you know what I mean? Oh my God. I feel like it wasn't, I don't know. It's sad to see that we can never reach to a place where we just, even if I don't understand something, I'm not going to bash it. Especially if it's like another woman, I'm not going to bash it. And to me, when I say you can't have your opinions, but Lord, call your friend phone now. Why you put it on social media and bash the person?
Society to group chat. Boy, I don't know what but
we have bash the person, right?
I think, well, I mean, them say freedom of speech too, so whatever.
No, but like, I'm just not saying that necessary, bro. Like, I'm just not think that necessary. Like, fine, if you not agree with it, right? Talk to you're not a friend. Enough of them girls are not a friend, you know. I could talk about that. When as it come to women. No, seriously.
What do you mean?
Because I saw a TikTok the other day, right? And a girl was saying how...
women without friends is a red flag?
Yeah. And I agree with that, you know. I completely agree with that.
But then she said, there might be reasons why.
The girl was like, a girl stitched it, and I was like, yeah, I don't have a lot of friends because da-da-da-da-da. And I feel like...
Because you're a bad friend.
I feel like let me tell you, I feel like...
Are you the toxic friend?
Because to me, I don't like anybody who's not a girl's girl. For me, you have to be a girl. All of my friends are girls.
And what does that mean to you? Just to be clear for the people.
A girl's girl is somebody who loves women, who looks out for you, who has your back, who doesn't talk behind your back, who stands up for you when you're not there, who will not see something that has hurt you and not say it to you, who has your best interest at heart. I feel like somebody who's not a girl's girl, you don't have friends because one, you're always doing things, you're selfish.
Right. Okay.
You're selfish in the way that you move, in the way that you act, right? And I think that's the problem. Like, when I say girls, girl, it's like you're there for girls. You're there for women. You support them.
Fair.
True and true.
Yes, okay.
I'm not talk the crazy radical feminists.
No.
I'm not talk them.
You're just a woman supporting women. Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
In terms of, because for example, I had a friend once, right? And me and her don't talk now, and it wasn't that she didn't per se do anything wrong, but it was just a very selfish approach.
Okay.
Right? So for example, if something happened, like let's say I would say to her, hey, this happened, and she would try to, there's nothing wrong with giving your opinion, but every time I brought a situation to her, I felt like she would try to make
so you wrong.
Me wrong, or try to see what I do in the situation.
I do understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But there are, and then there are people, sometimes it's so exhausting, and that's why you have to know your friends. I'm not gonna.
Because it's exhausting.
You really have to know your friends, and you really have to know who you can bring to it certain things. Because, you know that you want the honest friend, Don't get me wrong.
You want the honesty,
But also, some people are there is an advocate every time.
I see the devil on your shoulder. I'm advocate for every time.
I'm such a bad person then. Like, you start looking at yourself and say, am me wrong every single time, so?
No, the devil on your shoulder and just talk to you, so make you can advocate for me every time. Every time.
I get it. It's just like, yes, it's good to see the different points of views, but it's also sometimes in some situations you also kind of don't want to hear at that time.
Yeah.
There's because you need to understand this is a venting moment
or this is an advice moment. And that's the difference between, to me, a girl's girl. And girls usually have friends. They usually have friends because they know how to be a girl's girl. Yeah. Like for me, I have like close friends. Like you're my close friend, but then I have Brittany and I have Marissa and I have Gabby and I have Catherine and I have that side of friends, but then I have you, Denise, Ashika. Like I have but you guys don't know anything about each other. You guys don't know because I'm a girl's girl. I don't want to shut my mouth with my business and be a friend to my friend. Yeah. Like and that's why I've never been scared to bring any of you around each other. Right. Because I know you're all girls. Because you guys are there for each other. You guys, and it's just you're determined for just be misunderstood and then those girls who are not girls, they have a little bit of internalized misogyny. They have a way where they take on men's opinions.
And then some they flip it around to be well, maybe it is that like they would probably be in support of the same no menstrual leave.
Yeah, they're the type of
or maybe they would paternity leave.
And then you know what's funny?
I'm all for two guys.
And then, we don't even talk about the workplace yet. Because when you have, like, women because this is the first time I've had a woman boss, and she's a girl's girl. Like, like big her up. Like she's amazing. She's a girl's girl, and I've never like she truly supports me in me working there, like being a mentor to me, and I've never had that. As I tell you, like last episode, we talked about the work bully that I had, right? Miss Ursula. And I'm telling
you had a work leader,
and I had I have
a work leader.
I have now a work leader, and let me tell you, like. She, you know, it's funny. Ursula always said, "Me not a woman friend. Me a woman that gets along."
Oh,
you're not a girl's girl. And then working with her,
side eye.
honestly, because working with her, I'm like,
this is why
because you're just not. You don't.
And it's okay. You don't have to have a lot of friends. It's not. Oh, you need. Why you don't have 15 friends that you can't have in your bridesmaid? Because I'm not.
Yeah, and don't get us wrong, you know, because I don't want you to think
quality over quality,
and it's not just quantity over quality as well. It's also, don't get me wrong, I don't want you to think that we're saying that just because I'm a woman, you should treat me differently, being a girl's girl. No, it's more like I think that girls who are not girls, as I'm terming it. They treat men different from how they treat women. And I think girls who are girls treat men and women the same.
And then those are also
because it's just lines of respect.
Those are also the women that will turn their blind eye to certain things that they see that are wrong.
Yep.
And I will always be in support of.
Yep.
Even when, like, sometimes in my job and we have opportunities to work with interns, I pick them up.
Yeah.
I do, and I always check in on them, and they're always just like, well, enough people don't check on me, thanks for checking in, whatever, because I know I've been there before.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you that, like, one of the first questions I always ask is, do you consider yourself a strong woman? And those are the things I want to know. Like, are you able to defend yourself in the workspace as well? Respectfully, of course. Like, I want to know that if you don't, then let me help you then.
Let me help you with that.
Because it's also, as much as, we're empowering women, but we're also empowering women to also defend themselves, because there's times that we just feel like we can't.
Exactly. You know what's funny you saying that? Because I remember I was going to work somewhere, and I'll always have this HR person close to my heart. I remember putting on the paper, like, let's say I put $5, right? And she called me and she's like, "Hey, I know you probably," and it was my first time getting anything like this. Remember this? Yeah. And I was like, she was like, "Hey, no."
Them something I gave me goosebumps.
Like she was such a woman. Tell you said that girl, they will always have my love and respect. She said to me, "Hey, I know you put $5, but the threshold for this role is you need to get paid way more. You need to put $15. You need to put 2 times what you just put." And to me, that's a girl's girl. Because to me, somebody who is not would have simply just said,
"All right,
okay." That's what
and those are the people who the money not going in their pocket though.
That's what they do.
And I just think that sometimes there are people who pretend to empower women too.
The fake empowerment women.
And I'd rather what I always say.
Them are the worst.
That's what I always say about people. I love to know what I'm getting. I love to know what I'm getting. You see the two-sided cutlass, the green is a business, don't like it.
The fake conference them, the fake support, the fakeness.
So let me know, say you're not really empowering from the get-go. But let me know you're misogynistic. Let me not think say you're on my side and you're really around there. I try shut down this.
Let me know you're a Karen, let me know you're a Pearl, let me know what you stay.
I shut down opportunities and I say, boy, so she don't really deserve that promotion.
Yeah, let me know. But don't fake it. Be yourself. Be a terrible self. Like, I can never get it. Yeah.
I'll accept you as you are.
I'll accept you as you are. But it's really sad that we can never. Because to me, if you do like something, or we can never understand with them people there, them can never mind their business. Them can never mind their business. They can never just see something and leave it alone. They have to defend in some way. They have to play devil's advocate. They have to come out and say something. And you know why? Because them don't have nobody to talk to about it except them. And it's very, and I think that is where pick me culture and all that comes in. And I don't necessarily like that term because it's almost like anything you said in defense of men is pick me. Right, because it's not. It's just all human beings on this earth with your own opinions. But it's like when you if when you go against something, especially something positive in light of women, you need to and you're a woman, there's some internalized hate that you need to think about, and it's like you don't plan to have a daughter, you don't have a sister, you don't have an aunt, you don't have nobody. Like, how can you be against something that goes so strongly for women? A woman getting $1 million per episode. Why that bother you? A woman that means that it's possible your great grandchild, if she want to become an actress, can go there and do that.
Speaking of children, I've heard stories where there are people who have been like tyrants in their professional lives and whatever until the day they have a child and they change completely. Because they have now softened to the idea of, wow, there's somebody else in this world that probably will make.
You know who that happened to? What's her name? Danielle. You remember when she came out with that colorist song, and then she has she has a colorist song, right? And now her daughter is beautiful, but she's a beautiful dark skinned girl. So it's like you be very careful of what you say and what you put out, because it comes back to you, right? And she did apologize and she seemed sincere.
So she realized
what had happened and how it was offensive, but it's like. You just have to be careful of what you put out, because especially when you're a woman, you don't have children yet, or you have kids, you just don't know. Because imagine you saying something like what the person tweeted. Imagine them tweeting something like that, and you end up having a child or a daughter or a sister, or you get married and you have a stepdaughter or whatever that has terrible menstrual cramps. Like
the mother died for like 3 days.
Yeah, so it's like you just be careful, because you just don't know how things are gonna come back.
No, I agree completely. Yeah. I don't know. At the end of the day, I really don't like the fakery, and I really just feel like we should, come together a lot more. In a more sincere way. Please, like, stop. Like, and it doesn't
because as much as they have the fake empowerment, the fake over friendly, who act like I'm for you, but they really don't care. Just be normal. Let's all be normal and say what you mean sometimes. Hey, I really don't want to come to this event. I don't want to help you with this. I don't have the capacity. No, because these days, what I've been doing, I've been very honest about my boundaries. Yeah. Like, hey, like...
You don't have the bandwidth,
I don't have the bandwidth.
I'm very honest.
Yeah, I always like right now, let me tell you what I'm doing in my life. My fear. When I tell you something, I don't want to add no new friend to the roster. My good. I have such solid people in my life, and it's like when I said no new friends, of course I want to meet new people. I want to interact.
Yeah, she not dark, she not dense.
Yeah, I'm good with. But when I say friend, I mean like best friends. I have such great people in my life that I do not want any new best friends to like I want.
It's already hard to maintain adult
friendships. It's spend time with you, all of that, checking on you. I have a friend that lives in New York, and like she's one of my best friends, and she lives in New York, and that relationship is so hard to maintain now because of everything going on. Like you pick up the phone and say, "I'm gonna call her," and I say, "Oh shoot, something come up," or I get a next call, and then it reach 2 days and all of that, and it's like.
And then also people are on so many, like sometimes they realize that your friends are also on different paths, so it's not hard to relate, because at the end of the day, the friendship is still the friendship and the core is still the core. Yeah. But then you know that there will be shifts in different ways of thinking and mindset, because it's not there. It's not the same. It's not the same. Yeah. So you really have to, it really does take a lot of effort to really still find those commonalities, still find those moments, still find that time to maintain and feed into these friendships. And they don't have to be just females, of course. Yeah. Just friendships overall.
Exactly. And that's why I say, like, it takes a lot to be genuine. So to me, when you want to just be genuine, like you just want to be best friends with me off the bat, it's like, that's not being a girl's girl either.
That's
like
weird.
It's being weird. Like just being natural.
What are you trying to get here?
What are you trying to get? Yeah. Why you want to be my friend? How about me? Why you want to be what about me?
You're fantastic.
Like, you know what I mean? And I just feel like we should all try to uplift each other in a very natural and positive way, and keep it pushing. And if something doesn't affect you and you see a movement happening, a woman like Uno, make we that's still there at the back of the bus.
But also when you see something that is also very wrong, speak up on behalf of people, because
definitely don't just give a blind eye. Yeah, because if a lot of women did that, we wouldn't have so much no. We wouldn't have the ability to do so much that we do. Equal pay, all of them things.
Like, in all honesty, like when I think about just how women are now, like the shift that women have made in the last maybe like 5 to 10 years, just that short period of time, it's just like, wow, like there are women who are securing the bags professionally in a corporate based sense or not. Like they are just, they are so
even the city
not
girls,
in need of.
Even the city girls, I respect it too. It's like, even if you don't, like, to me, that's what I said. Even when we had that topic about side chicks, like, I don't judge you. I only judge you when you want certain things and you live a certain life. So you saying you want this, but then you're doing this. To me, it's like every woman has a place, and it's like, just because you're doing it this way doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong. It's just, for me, karma or whatever. But I feel like,
or you just, if it is that you just don't want to associate, that's fine. Yeah.
No, so it's like, to me, respect everybody's space, everybody's lane, everybody, what everybody's doing in their own way.
Yeah.
And if it's not for you, it's just not for you.
It's not. But I'm like, we are going for
facts. Period. So, yeah. So I guess what's the moral of the story?
Happy Women's Month.
Support women where you can. Facts.
Yes.
Okay. So now, moving on to our listener question.
Listener letters.
Okay, so this listener asked, what made you start your podcast? He sent a long thing, but that's basically the essence of what he was asking. Okay. What made us start our podcast?
You can go ahead. This is your brainchild.
Well, let me tell you. So we actually used to work together.
We found love in a hopeless place.
Yes, we did find love in a very hopeless place. And we would always be, we were in this environment where we had to really drown out the noise, right? Boy, I'm not going to LinkedIn. Yeah. We had to drown out the noise, and we would just always be, like, our headphones would always be in our ears while we were working. And then it was the smallest office I've ever worked in. Like, it was very intimate. Like, mentally say, if your computer up there, so we can see everything we share. You see me? So I think she was this way first, and then you went in front of me. So she would always be like listening to podcasts. And I was like, I think I went up to you one day and I was like, oh, you listen to podcasts? Yeah. And you come, we did enough like that. And she was like, yeah.
I listen to the breakfast club every morning.
Yeah. So I was like listening to a lot of podcasts, and I was asking her what she listened to. So she sent me a list of hers, and I sent her a list of mine, and we just kind of started talking about it and whatever. And I said, I always wanted to start a podcast. And she was like, really? And I was like, would you do it with me? We're just being a very weird.
I mean, I guess.
And then she was like, let's try it and see. And then I remember we kind of did really get into it because we bought like stuff, and then there was a lot of trial and error at first, but that's kind of how life works. That's kind of how life works, and then that's kind of how we came here. And then we say, I think the most important thing for me was that we had something to say. And I've always wanted to use my voice to do something. So, and I think that we're similar but different, right? So I knew that we could have good conversations with different opinions. And I wanted us to we agreed when we met that we wanted to bring something different to the space.
As well as substance. While we talk about pop culture, we also do speak a bit deeper into just the psyche of things and just sociology of things, and so it's not a pop culture podcast per se, but it's just really good conversation.
So one thing that you'll notice if you really study us is that we will make reference to things, or we will use something like this, on this episode, we use Zendaya as a talking point for women against women, but we're not necessarily talking about Zendaya. So we'll use the topic as a reference to a deeper rooted issue. So we try to see how it's rooted. But I feel like you have so much pop culture information out there that you can listen to. So we just wanted to bring something different to the Caribbean space and all of that, and having more in-depth conversations, basically.
Yep.
So that was how we started our podcast, and why. So so we
continue watching.
Please, we really want you to. So that was this week's episode, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.